Good morning and welcome to this wonderful Wednesday. I hope that you all are having a great week and enjoying this wonderfully warm weather. It's the nicest day we've had so far this summer. It's a little warm, but we complained all winter about how cold it was, so we can't complain when it's warm too, I suppose. Alright, let's look at our jobs for today. There's already a video going up for this. Please take a second and watch it. There was more than a few typos in this box today, and it made some of that math pretty complicated and turned it into things we didn't practice a whole lot at school. So watch my video so you can get some help, but that green one is still your problem for the day. You have a story problem, which I will help you with momentarily. You need to be practicing your division of threes. I know I've said it before, division is where a lot of you slow down, so take a second and actually practice those division facts. And then you have decimal subtraction spin that you can play. There are directions up for that if you forgot how. All right, let's jump into your story problem for today. This one's a little tricky. I'm actually going to work you pretty far through it because it gets into math we haven't reviewed in a while. So let's look at it. Mrs. Heinz spent $12 on 30 bus tokens for the field trip. What was the cost of each token? So I know she's spending $12. She gets 30 bus tokens for her trip. What is the cost of each token? So take a second, think about your question or your sentence that you need to write back to me. The question is, what was the cost of each token? So what are you dealing with here? What would your label be? Is it tokens? Is it trip? Is it dollars? What are you thinking? The key word here is that I'm dealing with cost. So make sure that your label is a representation of what something might cost. Which takes me right into my story problem picture. I'm dealing with the token cost. That is what I'm dealing with, and we know that cost deals in dollar signs. I'm going to draw my bar. Now the question is, what do I know? I know that she's going to spend $12 and get 30 tokens. So where would my pieces go here? Where are my total, my part, and my part? What do I have? Because that'll help me fill it in. I have this $12. What is that? Is that a part of this or is that her total? Remember, I'm thinking about cost. So $12 is actually going to be my total. That's what she hands over. So that will go right here. That's what she's spending in total. And she's going to get 30 bus tokens. That's going to be one of my other parts. Which means when I draw my boxes, I need 1, 2, 3, all the way up until she got her 30th ticket. My question is, what is that other part? So I want to know how much just that one token cost. So if you're doing this, you guys know, I'm hoping anyway, that you're looking and saying, well, we had 12 and we split it up into 30 pieces. There's your problem. We haven't done a lot like that, or at least not since chapter 6 of math, and we were almost up to chapter 10, so it's been a minute. So let's think about this. If you were going to do it the traditional method, which I know is what most of you did for division in the end, I can't do this. 30 doesn't fit into 12. So what did we have to do when we got problems that did that? If you're thinking I need to add on an extra spot so that I have a number it does go into, you're right. But if I just put on a 0 here, I've got 120 divided by 30, which is a problem I can do pretty quickly. But it doesn't match my actual information that I have. So what do I need to do to this number? And if you're sitting there screaming at the screen that I forgot to put in a decimal point, good for you. Because now with that decimal there, it still says 12. It just looks different. It doesn't look like this 12. It looks like this now. But the value is still worth 12. But I have that extra place value that I needed so that I can divide this number. And if you remember your thing with division of decimals, now that I have a decimal in here, I need to move it to the top of my problem so that when I go to do my answer, it reflects the proper value. Because if I just done 120 divided by 30, I would get 4. And you're telling me that the cost of one token here was 4. It doesn't make any sense. So now if I do this division, I think you guys can take it from there. I can't go to this place value. I can't go to this place value. So I need to go all the way over to here and finish off that math. Make sure that you get that back up into your answer with a label on it, and that your explanation gets out to your teacher today. Okay? Have a good one.